Hey guys, Magnus here bringing you another video. Today we're going to be doing a video talking about the brand new Treehouse of Horror update that we've just been given, finally. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get straight into it. It's been a while waiting for it, and that is kind of annoying. It's sort of came off the Cthulhu event a little bit. They touched a bit in the quest line, touched on Cthulhu, so that was kind of cool. I still don't get the whole Cthulhu update. It just felt so random. It felt like too early, but then this feels too late. But anyway, this is our opening event pick here, so I thought we'd start it off with this. And we're going to start off with positives first, and then we'll get into the negatives when I'm done going through all the different aspects of the event. So, first of all, awesome characters. I feel like this is definitely something straight off the bat, and I'll go more in detail into this when we get to the characters, but yeah, straight off the bat, awesome characters. The splash screen I quite like. I think it's pretty cool. I like some of the designs and stuff. The design of this is pretty cool, although I feel like we've seen something similar before, but it's pretty cool, splash screen. The 5-part quest lines are back, finally, which I'm so happy for. All the characters you unlock get a 5-part quest line, including both the premium and the non-premium characters. They all have 5-part quest lines, which I'm really happy about because, oh my god, I was so annoyed when they have like only 3 parts. It just annoys me because it just feels like they're being lazy. The Gills deal, there's a Gills deal, which is cool. I'm glad that they're incorporating Gil more now. He was in the last big update as well, so I'm glad to have him back. That's all my major positives. There are more positives, but those are my major positives that are not to do with things I'm going to go more in depth about. So yeah, let's get into the different aspects of this event. So yeah, first of all, we're talking about structure. So, of course, as you guys probably already know, this is a multi-event. I even got that wrong. This is a multi-event, not a mini-event. So a multi-event is essentially, well, it is a mini-event, really. It's 4 mini-events in one, basically, is a multi-event. Now, I have complained about this to death, but I'm going to complain about it briefly here. I think this is lazy. I think multi-events are lazy. I liked them at first. I liked they mixed up a little bit, but don't get me wrong. They Tapped Out. I think this has been like the laziest development Tapped Out has ever done. There are just, it is just lazy because it's a mini event 4 times over. That's all it is. So I'm not going to complain about it anymore because I've done it before and I don't want to bore you with it. But yeah, I'm not 100% happy with it. I don't mind it too much if I'm being honest, but I just feel like they could definitely do something better, and I think they should be better. Tapped Out. Anyway, let's talk about the prizes. So, like I said, simple mini event structure. In a multi-event form, if you will. So you got malicious Crub, and then next is donuts. You get 12 donuts, but if you don't own Hugo, so you get Hugo, Robot Homer, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Scary Doc with Blinky Monster, but if you own that, you get 12 donuts. And then finally Zia Simpson. So out of new stuff that we're getting, there is 3 things: malicious Crub, Robot Homer, and Zia Simpson. This is a problem. Yeah, this is not good. And this repeats itself in every single act. So I'm not happy with this, really. I feel this is a bit of a cop-out. It feels like they haven't got anything else to add, so they're just not giving it. Like, there's definitely plenty of stuff they can add. This, like, I am fine with one of the prizes being something something from previous events. So, like, say Hugo is, because Hugo's kind of needed, right, for the event. So yeah, Hugo's there as the second prize. Fine, that's cool. I'm glad. I'm fine with that, right? Hugo's the second prize if you don't get donuts. But why is Blinky Monster there? It didn't even fit into the quest line, really. It was just, it felt like it was forced there. They could have given us something else. And especially with the quest line and the structure of this event, which I'll get into later, they definitely could have given us anything else. A building, a decoration, I don't know. There's got to be something they could have given us. And I'm not happy with them doing this, really. I think it is not lazy. It feels like wait. If I'm guessing, so like some of this stuff was from last event, Like the Howl Hill with the werewolf. That was from last event. There are definitely players in the game who and yes, they were premium, but there's definitely players who've got them last event, and it just feels, I just don't think it's breathe. I just don't like it, to be honest. So anyway, that's the structure. Briefly, I just want to talk about the store. So the store came and we got given all the decorations. So most of the decorations have returned, which is pretty cool. And there's no crafting, which is good, because honestly, last Halloween, that kind of ruined it for me. If you don't remember, last year I took a massive break, like a month break from TapTap, just because the Halloween update was just grinded me down, man. Honestly, it was the crafting and the digging thing. I hated the digging thing. I was trying to be positive about first. I'm like, oh, I'm kind of glad they've brought this back. And then I just was like, no, I friggin' hate this. I hate the digging thing. I didn't even get all the prizes in it. Well, I didn't get the Chief Wiggum skin. That's the only thing I haven't got now in the game, because I generally could not be bothered. I preferred not to get the prize than put myself through that hell. So, that's why I'm glad there's no crafting and there's no dig prizes. That's good. So positive there for the store. And then next up, the thing we've all been wanting to talk about, characters. So obviously not all these characters have unlocked yet, but I'm going to just talk about them so far and how I feel they're probably going to be. Of course, I'll go more in depth with these characters in my Act 1 and Act 2 review and my Act 3 and Act 4 review. So we got Malicious Crub, who I thought should have been added in the Magic event. I'm not sure if he's a newish character, but I don't remember him from an episode, so whatever. Zia Simpson as feature character, nothing too special. I don't think she's that special. I mean, a lot of people wanted her for a while, so it's kind of cool to have her, I guess. Gelatinous Homer, whatever it is. I think this should be a skin, and I'm very disappointed that it's not. Martin of the Opera probably should be a skin, but that's a bit different because it's an older version. Lucy from Satan. I don't know how you meant to pronounce that. I think that looks awesome. I love the idea of the Red Julian. Monkey Paw Salesman's pretty cool. You got Dr. Griffin, aka the Invisible Man, and yeah, he's actually from something else, I swear. I really should have researched this. Give me a sec. Yeah, I was right. Okay, I was right. Yeah, so it's the Griffin, the Invisible Man is he's actually H.G. Wells. Yeah, H.G. Wells, the Invisible Man, which is an old movie. I knew he was from something. 1933 movie. Yeah, so the rights have probably expired from that, that's why. If it's from the 30s, there's a good chance the rights have expired if they've not been renewed. So that might be why they've put it in the game, but it's kind of cool to see something from a different pop culture kind of thing. It's definitely actually, it's quite not revolutionary, but it's quite new for TapTap because they normally do not do that. Anything that doesn't definitely fall under parody law, we have Left Mizzen, but Left Mizzen falls under, or the Maple Store, they all fall under parody law. You have something like Family Guy Quest for Stuff though. They've got loads of celebrities and characters from different medias that have been added to the game. It's really weird, and Family Guy Quest for Stuff just does not care. They add loads. But TapTap seems to be really careful when they add certain things in the game, so it's really weird. It's kind of cool that they got Invisible Man, but like I said, the copyright's probably expired on the Invisible Man, so that might be why. Anyway, moving on, we have Bridge Troll Mo. Who, again, definitely should be a costume, because I'm not sure if this is the one from the video. It doesn't look like the one from the video game that Bart plays. I thought it was going to be that, but it actually doesn't seem like it is. It feels like it's from something else, so not sure, but it should be a costume for sure. Kamala, how do you say that? Yeah, pretty cool to get. And finally, God, of course, who you'll see in my premium gameplay on God. Definitely really awesome character, one of the best characters we got this year, full stop. And I can definitely see God winning the TapTap award for best character. So yeah, that is all of the characters. Pretty awesome overall, apart from those, apart from the two that I think should be costumes, and the Martin Prince. You know what, I'm fine with Martin Prince, Martin of the Opera. I don't even care. But apart from that, really cool characters. Apart from Shrek the Preparer, which is a Rigelian from the very, very first Treehouse of Horror update. Treehouse of Horror episode. So Kang and Kodos kidnapped the Simpsons, and there's another alien, a third one called Shrek the Preparer, and he's like the chef or the preparer, I guess. I really want them to add him because he looks exactly like Kang and Kodos, but I don't care. Shrek the Preparer is as cool as Kang and Kodos, so add him. Anyway, that's my little rank over. The character's cool. We've got a building showcase really briefly. I forgot to put the 10 Commandments here, but you'll see them in the premium gameplay anyway, so they're nothing too special. Yeah, I forgot about that. But this is the decoration showcase because there is no buildings yet, so I can't actually show any buildings. You'll have to wait till the Act 1 and 2 review and the Act 3 and 4 review to see some buildings. But yeah, here they are. Nothing too special. So we've got the robot Homer, sorry, who I think should definitely have been a character and not a decoration. I'm hoping that they revamp this in a later update because this is something that I definitely want as a character or possibly a costume. I think maybe it kind of suits a character just because it was technically Homer's brain inside of a robot. His brain was functioning the robot, so kind of a different entity. His body wasn't there. It's only his brain, so maybe it makes sense for a character. I think this is a difficult one to choose as a character or costume. But regardless, I didn't want him to be a decoration, so I'm hoping that they do. I'll admit the animation's cool on the decoration. And then you got the monkey paw stand, which is kind of I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to compliment it. It's just kind of meh. So yeah, we need more buildings, honestly. I feel like they should kick Act 1 off always with a building, at least one building. And there's no buildings in Act 1, which is quite disappointing. Okay, so that's the update broken down for you, so far anyway, from Act 1 and my initial thoughts on the update. I love how I call these reviews, but they really don't review the whole update, they just review my initial thoughts. I probably should call this initial thoughts, but I'm just sticking with review, because it's kind of my thing now. So yeah, this is the splash screen, as you can see. Right, let's get into some negatives because we've touched on some, so just to repeat a few. The prizes being there's not very many prizes, and the fact that they've replaced the 4th prize with donuts or a previous item when I don't think they really should. There should only be one prize that's swapped out for donuts or a returning item / character. That should only happen once, I think, per act. And it happens, maybe even only on 2 acts. That should be a thing, but it's happening twice on every single act, which I think is very disappointing. So that's my one negative. There's not very many buildings / decorations, which is my second negative, but I give this a little leeway because I know for a fact they're running out of buildings. The first thing they're going to Tapped Out is running out of is buildings and decorations for sure. They've got characters for days. They could go, if they made every event just you just unlock characters, Tapped Out will last forever. There's so many Simpsons characters, but buildings is another question because yes, there is a lot of buildings, but it's hard to have to connect them in an update. And I think this is another thing. This is a nice way to go to my next point. The structure in this event is poor, and the quest line is kind of weak as well. I think the quest line is really weak, and the whole structure, how all these items are being pulled together. There's this whole Kang and Kodos thing that they're doing, which I think has been done before and has kind of been done to death. And I'm not particularly happy that Kang and Kodos are essentially leading this event. Although, in a way, actually, no. Right? I'm glad that they are leading I'm fine with them leading the event. But the fact that they're trying to throw all this shit together and they're trying to base it around Kang and Kodos is a little annoying. I don't know. I always see Kang and Kodos as the observers of Treehouse of Horror. They don't normally get involved. There's not many skits with Kang and Kodos where they're actually involved in the story, but you have a lot of them where they're viewing. They're viewing what's happening on Earth and what's happening in the skits. And I feel like that's what they should be in Tapped Out, which then they are sort of in this event, but they're kind of involved as well. I don't know. It just feels like they're being kind of forced in there. It doesn't feel natural at the minute with them. I just think the structure of this event's not particularly great. That's my biggest weak point, to be honest. yeah, the structure is pretty bad. And also, one thing I mentioned at the start, this update came so late. This is ridiculously late for a Halloween update. Honestly, it's like it's basically Halloween already. We got a week and a day until Halloween Day. So Act 2, it feels a little late for Halloween in my opinion. Tiny bit late, because that means we're going to be running through, so we're going to get another update on the 30th, another update on the 6th, and then another update on the 13th. So this is going to be running till the 20th, right? Yeah, so it's every week. So we get 1 on the 30th, Act 2 on the 30th, Act 3 on the 6th, Act 4 on the 13th, and then Act 4 will be over on the 20th. So this is going to run all the way through to the 20th of November. And by that point, we'll be having Thanksgiving, probably, and then Christmas. So, I don't know, it kind of works, but at the same time, it does feel like kind of late. I need to look back and see one other Halloween events. Maybe all Halloween events have done this. I don't often take part, but a lot of people have noticed how it's late, and I feel like the gap between this and Cthulhu has definitely kind of ruin the steam of Tap, if you know what I mean. Like it's kind of ruined the flow. I like the flow of updates, but lately that's not a thing anymore, and it is kind of annoying. But apart from that, there's a few negatives there for sure. I think it's not a bad update. It is a good update. It's a pretty good update. It's not amazing though, and I think that's the issue. It could be better. It definitely could be better if they worked on the structure a bit more. If they found I don't know, some way of connecting these. I feel like they need a theme. And this is why I did the zombie event. Yeah, the zombie event idea, it's not strong. Like, all the stuff we're getting is not good. But what I think that event would be good for is a really good structure. Because Halloween, I feel, is the worst annual event in terms of structure. It's always all over the shop. The only year that really did it well was the Magic event, and that actually turned out to be kind of crap. So, anyway, there you go. I've kind of rambled on for too long. It's a good update, but anyway, tell me your thoughts, guys. What do you think about it? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Do you loathe it? And yeah, I shall see you next one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.